So welcome my dear student. Exercise 5.1 question number 12. If a and b are distinct integer, prove that a minus b is a factor of a power n minus b power n, where whenever n is a positive integer. My dear student, listen, hint is given in the question itself. Here what is the hint given means a power n, we have to write this as a minus b plus b the whole power n. If we combine this one, so it is of the form x plus a the whole power n, or if we take b as x and remaining as a, it is of the form x plus a the whole power n. This is the hint given in the question. Okay, our aim is to prove that a minus b is a factor of a power n minus b power n. So hint is present in the question itself. We have to write a power n as b plus a minus b the whole power n. B minus b again 0, we are getting a power n. So now apply the binomial theorem. It is x and it is a. NC 0, it is 1. So b power n plus NC 1. Okay, b power n minus 1 into a power 1. So it is a minus b plus NC 2. B power n minus 2 a power a minus b the whole square plus etc. Last term NCn a minus b the whole power n. NCn is 1 and b power 0 is 1, a minus b the whole power n. Simply we are applying the binomial theorem. So if we change the side, we are getting a power n minus b power n equal to, just move this first term alone, a power n minus b power n equal to, so look at here, all are multiple of a minus b. So we can write this as a minus b into NC1 b power n minus 1 plus NC2 b power n minus 2 into a minus b etc. a minus b the whole power n minus 1. Okay, so it is multiple of a minus a power n minus b power n is multiple of a minus b. We can consider this as some k. So therefore a minus b is a factor of a power n minus b power n. So this is the proof of question number 12. Okay, now question number 13 in the exercise 5.1, the question is, in the binomial expansion of a plus b the whole power n, the coefficient of the fourth term and the 13th term are equal, then find the value of n. So my dear student, I think first we have to write the general term formula. All we know that it can be represented as t of r plus 1 equal to NCR, okay, x power n minus r, a power r. NCR, x plus a the whole power n means NCR, x power n minus r, a power r. Here fourth term, it is t4, can be done as t of 3 plus 1. The general format r plus 1. So t4 can be written as 3 plus 1. So put r equal to 3 and x equal to a equal to b. So NC3 x power n minus 3, sorry, a power n minus 3 and b power 3. Similarly, 13th term means t of 12 plus 1. In the same formula put n r equal to 12. NC12 a power n minus 12 b power 12. Okay, so they are the fourth term and 13th term. Okay, so now given that the coefficients are equal, given the coefficient of fourth term is NC3 and the coefficient of 13th term is NC12. So NC, if there is a property, if NCx equal to NCy, then either x equal to y or x plus y equal to n. Here we have to apply the second one. So which implies x plus y, 3 plus 12 equal to n. So n equal to 15. So that is the answer for question number 13. Okay, now question number 14 in the exercise 5.1, the question is, if the binomial coefficients of 3 consecutive terms in the expansion of a plus a the whole power n are in the ratio 1:7:42, then find the value of n. Listen my dear student, we are taking the three consecutive terms be rth and r plus 1 and r plus 2 terms. Rth term, the next term is r plus 1th term, and the next term is r plus 2th term. Okay. So here then the coefficients are, obviously we know that r means we have to previous r minus 1. So the coefficient is NC r minus 1. The coefficient of r plus 1th term is NCR. For example, T4 means in the previous question we written T of 3 plus 1. R is 4 means 3 plus 1. So we have to put minus 1. So here NCR minus 1, NCR, and the coefficient of r plus 2 is NCR plus 1. So given that NCR minus 1 is to NCR is to NCR plus 1 equal to 1 is to 7 is to 42. So if you take the first two, NCR by NCR minus 1 by NCR equal to 1 by 7. Okay, NCR minus 1 means we know that n factorial by, okay, r minus 1 factorial into n minus of r minus 1, that is n minus r plus 1 factorial, direct formula. So n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial equal to 1 by 7. So n factorial cancel. If we write this as what is that, 1 by r minus 1 factorial into, we take n minus r plus 1 outside, remaining n minus r factorial by r factorial into, r into r minus 1 factorial. R factorial can be written as r into r minus 1 factorial into n minus r factorial equal to 1 by 7. So n minus r, r minus 1 factorial cancel. We are getting remaining n minus r plus 1 by r. Okay. So n minus r plus 1 by r equal to 1 by 7. So cross multiply and simplify, what we get there. Okay. So sorry my student. So by r it goes to the numerator and it comes to the denominator. So r by n minus r plus 1, it goes to the numerator and it comes to the denominator. So r by n minus r plus 1 equal to 1 by 7. If we cross multiply, we are getting 7r equal to n minus r plus 1. So if we interchange, n minus 8r plus 1 equal to 0. Take it as equation 1. N minus 8r plus 1 equal to 0. Similarly, if we take these two, NCR by NCR plus 1 equal to 7 by 42. Okay. So 7 by 42, it is cancelled by 7. 1 time, 6 times. Thus n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial by n factorial by r plus 1 factorial into n minus r minus 1 factorial. Okay. N cancel. Here in the next step, 1 by r factorial into, if we take n minus r outside, remaining n minus r minus 1 factorial by, if we take r plus 1 outside, into r factorial, n minus r minus 1 factorial equal to 1 by 6. So cancel this r factorial. We are getting n minus r by r plus 1 equal to 1 by 6. If we cross multiply, 6n minus 6r equal to r plus 1. So 6n minus 7r minus 1 equal to 0. Take it as equation number 2. Okay. Sorry my student, here we made the mistake. So the n minus r goes to the numerator and r plus 1 goes to the numerator and n minus r goes to the denominator. Here we made mistake. So r plus 1 by n minus r equal to 1 by 6. Look at here. 1 divided by n minus r, it is in the denominator, it goes to the numerator. So we are getting r plus 1 by n minus r equal to 1 by 6. 6r plus 6 equal to n minus r. Okay. N minus 7r minus 6 equal to 0. Take it as 2. Okay. If we solve equation 1 and 2, already we have n minus 8r plus 1 equal to 0. Now we are getting n minus 7r minus 6 equal to 0. If we solve both the equations, okay, suppose if we subtract the second one from the first one, okay, or the first one from the second one, what we are getting? 2 minus 1 implies, okay. So what we are getting? N cancel, minus 7 r plus 8 r, it is r, okay, and minus 6 minus 1. So r minus 7 equal to 0, r equal to 7. So if we put r equal to 7 in the first equation, so what we are getting? N minus 7 into 8, 56. So n minus 56 plus 1 equal to 0, n minus 55 equal to 0, n equal to 55. So and r equal to 7. So our aim is to find out only n. So already r and n we obtain, n equal to 55. Now question number 15 in the exercise 5.1, the question is, in the binomial expansion of 1 plus x whole power n, the coefficients of 5th term, 6th, 7th terms, they are in AP, okay, then find all the values of n. Okay, my dear student, already we know that the coefficient of 5th term means NC4, NC r minus 1, okay, so NC4. The coefficient of 6th term is NC5 and the coefficient of 7th term is NC6, okay. So in the given expansion, the coefficients of 5th, 6th and 7th terms are NC4, NC5, NC6 respectively. Okay. So listen my dear student, if A, B, C, they are in AP, then B equal to A plus C by 2 or 2B equal to A plus C. Okay. So 2B equal to, we are going to use this one. This is A, B, C. If we use that one, what we are getting? 2 into NC5 is equal to NC4 plus NC6. So 2 equal to NC4 by NC5 plus NC6 by NC5. We are dividing into two terms, but dividing. Okay. So now look at here. In the previous question, already we got this one. NC r minus 1 by NC r equal to r by n minus r plus 1. Or if we take the reciprocal, NC r by NC r minus 1 equal to n minus r plus 1 by r. We are going to use this result here. So here, look at here, r is 5, okay. So use this here. So 5 divided by, it is of this form, NC r minus 1 by NC r. So r by n minus r plus 1. So 5 by 5 minus 1 plus 1. 5 n minus 5 plus 1. So n minus 4, 2 equal to plus. So it is just the reciprocal, n minus r plus 1 by r. Here r is 6, okay. So n minus 6 plus 1, n minus 5 by 6, okay. If we take the LCM, what we are getting? 2 equal to 30 plus, if we multiply this 2, what we are getting? N square minus sum of the roots minus 9n, product of the roots plus 20, okay. So n square minus 9n plus 20 by 6 into n minus 4. If we cross multiply, what we are getting? 12 into n minus 4 equal to n square minus 9n plus 20 plus 30, 50. Change the side, n square, okay. What is that? 12n. We change the side, we are getting minus 9n minus 12n, that is minus 21n, and 4 12s are minus 48. If we change the side, it becomes plus 48. So 50 plus 48, 98 equal to 0. Now we got a quadratic equation in n. Here we need to factorize it. The addition sum of the roots minus 21 and the product of the roots plus 98. So we have to consider minus 7 and minus 14. 7 14s are 98. So n minus 14 into n minus 7 equal to 0. N equal to 14 or n equal to 7. So we got two possible values for n, either 14 or 7. This is the answer for question number 15. Okay, the last question, that means question number 16 in the exercise 5.1. The question is prove that c0 square plus c1 square plus c2 square plus etc. cn square equal to 2n factorial by n factorial whole square. Listen my dear student, it is very simple one. C0 means it represents NC0, C1 means it represents NC1, NC2 etc. it is NCN. Okay. So if we consider the expansion of 1 plus x the whole power n, if we consider the expansion of 1 plus x the whole power n, what we get? NC0 1 power n x power 0. So NC0 1 power n x power 0, that is NC0 plus NC1 1 power n minus 1 into x power 1, so into x, plus NC2 1 power n minus 2 into x square, 1 power anything is 1, plus etc. Last one NCn 1 power 0 into x power n. Okay. So we have to consider this NC0 as C0, NC1 as C1, NC2 as C2. So what we are getting? C0 plus C1x plus C2x square plus etc. Cn x power n. Take it as 1. Okay, 1 plus x the whole power n. Suppose if we rearrange the two terms, x plus 1 the whole power n, the same but reverse order, C0 x power n plus C1 x power n minus 1, last but 1, plus C2 x power n minus 2 plus etc. Cn. Okay. So we are getting this one. So take it as 2. Okay. If we multiply both of the things, so 1 plus x the whole power n into x plus 1 the whole power n. Okay. It is both the same. It can be written as 1 plus x the whole power 2n, left hand side. Right hand side, if we multiply, what we are getting? First term, if we find out the product of the two, what we are getting? The same. This one C0 plus C1x plus C2x square plus etc. Cn x power n into C0 x power n plus C1 x power n minus 1 plus etc. Cn. So left hand side becomes 1 plus x the whole power 2n equal to the right hand side the same thing. Okay. Okay, now the LHS is 1 plus x the whole power 2n and the RHS is the same. We have to write the same. Okay. So listen my dear student, we need to prove C0 square plus C1 square plus C2 square plus etc. Cn square equal to 2n factorial by n factorial the whole square. So for that one, equate okay, the coefficient of x power n on both sides. Okay. So here the coefficient of x power n in the LHS means, again we need to recall the general formula, NCR x power n minus r, okay, a power r. So here n is 2n, so 2ncr 1 power, okay, 2n minus r into x power r. So it is nothing but 2ncr x power r. We need the coefficient of x power n. So put n equal to r equal to n. So what we get? 2ncn x power n. So the coefficient of x power n in the LHS is 2ncn. Similarly, look at the right hand side. So we need x power n means, so here constant term, here constant term. So if you multiply C0 into C0, C0 square, here x power n minus 1. So C1 into C1, C1 square plus C2 square etc. Here Cn x power n, here 1. So Cn square equal to 2ncn. 2ncn is nothing but 2n factorial by 2n minus n factorial into n factorial. So 2n minus n is n factorial. So 2n factorial by n factorial into n factorial, that is n factorial the whole square. So this is the proof of question number 16 in the exercise 5.1, very simple one.